On day 1, I spawned in as a baby lava snake, and my volcano home was under attack. Mom? Dad? Lava snakes were fleeing as fast as they could as a massive water phoenix shot powerful attacks from the sky above. Anyone who got hit was done for.
Run, pathetic lava animals. I will eliminate you all.
What's going on?
Over here, Max!
I spotted my parents and rushed to their side.
The water phoenix will stop at nothing to kill us all. Run away while you can.
We love you, son.
Suddenly, the water phoenix sent a powerful attack down on my parents, killing them instantly. Mom! Dad! No! The phoenix continued his onslaught and I slithered away as fast as I could.
Come back here, lava snake.
On day 2, I was being chased by the water phoenix. I only had 5 hearts, so I had to be careful. Projectiles rained from the sky above, and I used my small size to dodge them the best I could. I was beginning to get ahead when suddenly I was stopped by a giant lake. I gotta swim! I plunged into the water, but I took damage. Ow! Water poisons me? There was nowhere to run, and I could hear the water phoenix getting closer. I slithered up a tree to hide instead. Please don't see me! Just as I thought I was safe, my lava skin set the leaves of the tree on fire, giving away my hiding spot. Ah! I have to think fast! I remembered as a lava snake, I had a fireball attack. I used my powers to set the other trees around me ablaze and camouflage my surroundings. Just as I finished, the water phoenix flew over. He looked and looked, but he couldn't figure out which flaming tree I was hiding in.
Mark my words, lava snake. I will find and kill you.
On day 3, the water phoenix finally left, so I slithered out of my tree hiding spot. I was scared and alone. At least things can't get worse? Just then, clouds gathered in the sky and rain fell onto me, causing me to take damage. Ow, ow, ow! I gotta get out of here! I slithered as fast as I could and spotted a nearby cave to take cover in. That was close. I kept moving until I found an interesting looking area inside the cave. Whoa, this is weird. Huh? I turned around and realized that I was taking cover inside of a water wolf den. Ah! The pack of wolves all jumped onto me. They immediately started rushing towards me. The leading wolf quickly bit me, and it really hurt. Using my lava powers, I set a couple on fire, but it just wasn't dealing enough damage. I tried my best to avoid their attacks, but there were too many of them. I was really in a pickle this time. Despite using my fire abilities, the pack of wolves were too powerful. Is this the end?
Leave him alone!
Out of nowhere, a lava wolf jumped into the fray. He was insanely powerful and used his strength to start taking out the water wolves. After some fighting, he managed to defeat the entire pack. I tried to hang on, but I couldn't. Everything went black. On days 4 through 7, I woke up on the edge of a volcano with the lava wolf. Thank you for saving me. Suddenly, the wolf pushed me over the edge of the volcano. Ah! I plummeted down towards the lava below, knowing that I would surely burn alive. However, once I hit the magma, my health began to regenerate instead. What's happening to me? A strange sensation grew inside of me. I could feel my body beginning to transform. I grew bigger in size and my tail extended outwards. My fiery fangs came out and I even gained 5 additional hearts. I was an adult lava snake. The lava made me stronger?
That's right. This is one of the 6 great volcanoes. There are 5 more scattered around the world, and they all grant you great power.
If that's the case, then I'll seek out the 5 remaining volcanoes and gain enough power to defeat the water phoenix once and for all.
I'll be there to help. My name's Luke.
Mine is Max. Welcome to the team. Suddenly, Luke lifted his nose into the air and sniffed around.
Seems like another storm is coming. We need to seek shelter, fast.
On days 8 through 10, Luke and I got to work on our shelter. We didn't have time to move, so we decided to repurpose the volcano we were at as our base. Using the blackstone from the volcano, I began building a platform off to the highest point to operate as a foundation of my build. It was coming out really nicely, but the rain was just over the horizon. We can't finish this in time.
I have an idea.
Luke quickly built a small structure around us just as the rain began to pour overhead. Whew, looks like we have to wait it out. Suddenly, a blue creeper crawled out of nowhere and began to approach our hut.
Oh no, that water creeper is going to destroy our only cover.
Not on my watch! Thanks to my new adult form, I was now able to use a molten scythe. The water creeper fell after a single blow. Whoa! I wonder what other powers the great volcanoes will give me. Upon its death, it dropped a bucket of water, which I took for later. The sky cleared once again, and Luke and I were able to continue working on the base. We finished the snakehead and even added a few segments for rooms. Afterwards, we began working on the interior. I was able to build a room for Luke and me, both with all of the essentials we needed for survival. With that, we admired all of the hard work we had accomplished.
This will definitely protect us from future storms. Take this.
Luke tossed over some food. Thanks. Just then, I spotted a plume of smoke in the distance. Is that where the next volcano is? I gotta go there next. On days 11 through 15, I followed the smoke into a forest biome and realized that it was coming from a forest fire. The fox colony were running in a frenzy as their home burnt down around them. Run away! Ah! Oh no! I have to help them! I took out my bucket of water and tried to extinguish the flames around them. To my surprise, they stopped and shouted at me.
Hey, that's the guy who started the fire! Get out of here, you've caused enough damage!
What? That wasn't me!
Liar! Let's go, Ninja Squad!
Suddenly, the fox transformed into a ninja and ambushed me. I didn't want to hurt them, so I made a run for it. On days 16 through 17, I was being chased by the Ninja Fox squad. They were crazy fast and even had the ability to teleport. Ah! They're gonna catch me at this rate! I had to slow them down, so I spat out some flames and set the grass ablaze.
Ah! Hot!
Sorry! I slithered ahead and managed to lose them for now. That was a close one. Where am I? I looked around and suddenly spotted a massive volcano in the distance. That must be the first great volcano! Looks like I'm closer than I thought. I immediately headed in the direction of the volcano, but when I arrived, the place was surrounded by the Ninja Fox squad.
That lava snake will definitely come here. Keep your eyes peeled, men.
They're not gonna let me in easily. Time for a stealth mission. I kept myself low and slithered past the foxes on guard quietly. They were ninjas, so they had keen eyes and ears. I had to be careful not to alert anyone I passed. I was getting closer to the edge of the volcano. I was about to make it. Almost there? Suddenly, I accidentally slithered over a puddle of water. Ow!
There's the lava snake. I'll take care of him.
Just then, the Ninja Fox leader teleported behind me.
Be gone, snake.
No! Wait! On days 18 through 19, I was in combat with the leader of the Ninja Foxes. We both charged at each other with our weapons ready. He began teleporting behind me and attacking my blind spots. Luckily, I was able to light him on fire with my molten scythe, causing him to take damage over time. Teleporting beside me, he began tossing snowballs. It wasn't painful or anything, just annoying. Suddenly, he threw some sort of grenade that created a huge explosion, knocking me back. After an intense battle, I managed to best the leader. Please! There's been a misunderstanding.
What do you mean? Wasn't it you who set the fires?
Just then, something bit the Ninja Fox leader.
Ah!
What the? I looked down and discovered the culprit to everything, a venomous water snake.
The Water Phoenix will be pleased.
It was you! You framed me! Give me the antidote!
Make me.
The puny reptile grew giant and lunged at me with immense power. I was in deep combat with the water snake, and it was anyone's game. He had a nasty, poisonous bite, causing me to take damage by the second. Two could play at that game, so I maneuvered around him and lit him ablaze. Annoyed by my attacks, he began summoning puddles of water around the battlefield, making it even harder to get close to him. Thanks to his poisonous fangs, I was put on a losing timer. The longer the battle went on, the more my health dwindled. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. I can't die, not yet! My only hope was making it into the volcano. I slithered towards the edge as fast as I could.
Get back here.
The water snake tailed behind me, but it was too late. I managed to jump inside and plunge into the lava below. Once again, I felt power surge through my body. I grew longer and then larger. I even gained 5 additional hearts. Time to end this! The water snake and I continued our duel, but in my new form, I was much stronger. With a fully rejuvenated body, I was able to keep up with his attacks. The ridge of the volcano was narrow and he had nowhere to run. We were both attacking with everything we had. Fortunately, I was stronger and began to overwhelm him. Finally, I was able to take out the water snake for good. Take that! Upon their death, they dropped the antidote. I quickly snatched it up and rushed to the Ninja Fox leader before it was too late. Luckily, it did just the trick. He was cured.
I see now that we were fooled by that water snake. We're sorry for the trouble. Take some of my men with you to assist on your journey.
Thank you! I'm one step closer to defeating the Water Phoenix. On days 22 through 24, I returned to my volcano home with my new army of ninja foxes. Time to get you guys settled in. I started working on a barracks for all the foxes to stay in. I made sure it had elements that reminded them of their home so they'd be comfortable.
Our room looks great, Max.
Snowball fight!
One of the foxes pushed their friend too hard, causing them to fall over the edge of the volcano. Luckily, they managed to catch themselves on a ledge, narrowly avoiding the lava pit below. Maybe I should put up some fire hazards for you guys. I built a glass platform over the volcano itself to prevent any future accidents. Now this place is suitable for all kinds of creatures. Suddenly, Luke ran up to me.
The Water Phoenix is flying by! Take cover!
Everyone quickly hid inside of the base as the foe flew overhead. I wonder where he's going. I decided to trail behind him in hopes of finding some new clues. On days 25 through 27, I followed the Water Phoenix into a snowy biome. There, I could see the next volcano looming in the distance. Looks like that feather brain led me right where I wanted. I slithered further into the biome until I encountered a massive frozen lake. There was no way around it, so I hesitantly stepped onto the ice. Thankfully, I didn't take any damage. Looks like only water hurts. Time to move. I slithered across the lake, but suddenly the ice around me began to melt. The heat from my body was too much. Oh no! If I fall into the water, it's over! I frantically moved as fast as I could as more and more ice melted around me. I was nearly on the other side when suddenly a large gap melted between me and the surface. I have to risk it all! I took a leap of faith and luckily managed to land on the other side right as the ice below me melted away. This isn't gonna be easy. On days 28 through 31, I began to scale the Great Volcano, but suddenly the blizzard began to whip up. A little cold can't stop me. I continued climbing, but the wind grew more aggressive, causing a tornado to lift me from the ground and send me flying the other way. No! When I landed, I was once again far away from the volcano. I better keep moving. I used my lava powers to keep myself warm in the storm. Unfortunately, the longer I went, the harder it was to do so. It's freezing out here! Gradually, I began to lose hearts. The blizzard was weakening my powers. This is bad. I need to get out of this storm. I took cover in a nearby cave, feeling weak from my travels. There, I spotted a family of bunnies freezing as well. Are you guys okay?
No, I'm not sure my wife can make it.
Let me help. Even though I was weak, I used a bit of my power to make them a fire.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Just then, the entrance to the cave became snowed over. I was trapped inside. I'll break it out with raw force. Take this! I used my fire attacks, but it was no use. I was too weak from the blizzard to break through. With no other options, I traveled deeper into the caves to look for another way out. During my travels, I was suddenly ambushed by a drop bear. The drop bear rushed in fast and didn't give me any time to react. I immediately slithered away and regained my footing. As I turned, it had disappeared from my sight. Looking up, he was crawling on the ceiling and its yellow eyes were focused on me with the intent to kill. I began launching fireballs and slashed it with my molten scythe. Luckily, its punches couldn't penetrate my hard scales and kept the damage to a minimum. Even in my weakened state, it didn't stand a chance. I had managed to take out the beast. Upon their death, they dropped a map of the cave system. This leads to the volcano! Time to get out of here! On days 32 through 33, I escaped the caves and arrived at the foot of the volcano. I'm so close! I need to warm up in that lava quickly and regain my strength and hearts. Suddenly, the Water Phoenix swooped in front of me.
You've grown, Lava Snake, but your journey ends here.
The Water Phoenix used its incredible powers to conjure a massive wall of snow around the volcano.
Move quickly or freeze trying.
The Water Phoenix then took to the skies. I'll blast my way through this. I used my lava powers to try and break through the wall, but I was still too weak and getting colder. I then tried to break it with my pickaxe and even tried to climb it, but both wouldn't work. This snow must be fully resistant to lava mobs. Just as I was losing hope, one of the rabbits from earlier came to help.
Don't worry, I'll help.
The rabbit burrowed their way through the snow, making a passage for me to break through. Thank you so much! I quickly began to scale up the volcano with the last of my strength. Thankfully, I was able to make it to the top and jumped into the lava below. The lava restored my health and strength, and I began to feel the sensation of power growing in me again. What's happening? Climbing out of the lava and back to the ridge, I grew even larger. New limbs started sprouting from my body. I now had 3 heads and even gained 5 more hearts. Now I'm even stronger than before.
Help!
I ventured down from the mountain above and spotted a massive monster attacking the rabbits. Leave them alone! With no other options, I began to fight it out with the beast. I immediately lit the monster on fire. I had to pull him away from the rabbits, so I drew him back towards the wall. Keeping his focus on me, I continued slashing him with my molten scythe and began shooting him with my fireballs anytime he would try to gain distance. My strength had increased with his new form, and I felt unstoppable. After a fierce fight, I defeated the monster and saved the rabbits. Upon its death, they dropped a lava staff.
Thank you, but I'm not sure how safe it is out here anymore.
Come with me. I know a place where you can all stay. On days 34 through 36, I traveled back to my base with my new rabbit friends.
We're so grateful for your help. Please, let us repay you by making a farm.
A farm would be nice to have. Don't worry, you guys just settle in. I'll get started on the farm myself. First, I began building the foundation. It would be unfortunate if the crops caught on fire, so I built it on the side of the volcano. After planting all the seeds, I had finished the farm. They were gonna need a place to stay, so I started building a room for all of them to live in. A couple of the rabbits even decided to hop in and help with the decorating. Looks great, guys.
We can't be one up by those pipsqueaks. Come on, everyone, let's get to work.
The ninja foxes saw how helpful the rabbits were and began building a watchtower to survey the lands below. Looks like everything is coming together nicely. Thank you, everybody. It's certainly a lot easier with more hands. With all jokes aside, something felt off. I stepped out of the base to observe the surrounding area and noticed an incoming wave of water consuming the land below. What's happening?
The dam's been broken. We need to patch it up ASAP, or else this entire area will be flooded.
I can't let that happen. Time to stop it from the source. On days 37 through 40, I followed the lava cat to the dam to find loads of water pouring everywhere. I can't get close enough without getting hurt. I have an idea! I began using my lava powers to seal the holes from a distance. The lava I placed started turning the water into stone. After patching up all the holes, the dam was fully repaired. Good as new! While admiring the new and improved dam, suddenly a giant axolotl hopped over in a bucket.
No, my home!
Can I help you?
I've lived my whole life in this dreaded bucket. I was gonna turn this whole world into my fish tank.
Dude, that's not fair! You're flooding the area and pushing out the lava cats!
Then where will I live?
How about I just build you a bigger house?
Oh, that's a good idea.
With that, I began building a home suitable for the axolotl. After some fine-tuning, his home was finally complete.
I love it! I love it! Here you go, Mr. Snake. Take this as my thanks.
He then dropped me a shiny new diamond pickaxe. Cool, thanks! Aren't you getting out of the bucket though?
Nah, this place is cozy.
After my chat with the axolotl, the lava cat approached me to thank me as well.
You're the best, Max. By the way, the lava animals are gathering in the nether to see the Great Volcano.
Did you say Great Volcano? I know where to go next! On days 41 through 43, I mined some obsidian and then built a nether portal at the base. Beautiful. I hopped inside the portal and arrived in the nether. Once I got there, I gained 3 additional hearts. Whoa, this place rules! I guess lava animals really do thrive here. Just then, I spotted a lava mob. I had a feeling they would lead me somewhere important, so I decided to follow them. After some traveling, we arrived at a meeting near the Great Volcano. Bingo! I walked towards the meeting, but was stopped in my tracks by a guard. Hey, let me through!
You're walking on sacred grounds. If you want to get closer, you must assemble the 3 pieces of the lava totem. Then you'll be allowed to pass.
You're on! On days 44 through 47, I was looking for the totem when my hearts began to regenerate. Am I getting close? I continued on my path when I found the first piece. Unfortunately, it was being guarded by a ghast. Looks like I'll have to give it a taste of my power. We were immediately interlocked in a battle of fire charges. With the ghast's ability to fly, he had the upper hand. Unfortunately for him, I wasn't gonna back down until the very end. We were equally matched in firepower. He tried his best to get closer, but in doing so, he gave me the opportunity to attack him with my molten scythe. After a few swipes, I could tell he was getting weaker. Although it was a difficult battle, I was able to take down the ghast. Once they were eliminated, I claimed the first totem as my own. 2 more to go! I kept traveling through the horrifying expanse of the nether, eventually finding a bastion remnant. My hearts began to regenerate again, but a massive wall blocked all 4 sides of the structure. It's just up ahead. Time to do some digging. I quickly began to mine down the wall. After making a clearing for myself, I snagged the second piece of the totem. Before I could celebrate though, I spotted a silver piranha run by. That looks like trouble. I began to tail them, curious of where they were headed. I followed behind for what felt like hours before they finally showed up at the final totem piece. Hey, that's not yours! They began to run away, so I had no choice but to follow them. I chased the silver piranha through the nether until we arrived at the base of the Great Volcano. The guard stepped in, but the silver piranha was so powerful they blasted their way through the guard in a single blow. This caused them to grow in size. Man, they're stronger than they look. I scaled the volcano after them until we reached the top.
Hello, lava snake. Say goodbye to your precious totem.
No way! I'm getting that back no matter what! The silver piranha charged me with his spear and I retaliated with my lava scythe. The two of us went back and forth at close range, and despite his size, he was incredibly durable. I slashed and slashed, but I couldn't seem to break through his tough scales. After a while, I switched to my lava power to try and scorch through his armor myself. I seemed to do the trick, and the silver piranha began to grow weaker and weaker. I managed to overpower the water goon, but before he died, he managed to toss the totem into the volcano. No! I quickly jumped in after it and plunged into the lava below. Luckily, I was able to grab it before it was burnt up. I jumped back to the surface. Suddenly, I had the same sensation as before. I felt myself transforming into an even more powerful form. I grew another head and gained 5 hearts. The water phoenix doesn't stand a chance. I scaled down the volcano and was met by another lava snake below.
You are truly the most worthy lava animal. Let me join you in the fight to take down the water phoenix.
Sure, the more the merrier. On days 52 through 54, I returned to my base with my new lava friends. Time to get to work. I built a new room for my lava snake friend. I made sure it was fit with a large enough bed to hold her long body and everything else she could want. Once I was finished, I decided to make a pool below so that the lava animals can swim and enjoy the volcano. With that, my expansion was completed. All of my lava residents enjoyed the new hangout spot. I wish I could play, but I need to find the next volcano. Before I could leave, the lava snake came up to me.
Thank you for everything. My name is Laura, by the way. I feel confident raising my eggs here.
You're a mom?
Yep. Want to meet my kiddos?
Oh, sure. Babies are adorable. Laura led me to her room when suddenly we spotted a water rat stealing one of her eggs.
My baby!
Oh no, you don't! I quickly began to pursue the kidnapper. I chased the rat throughout the world until he ran into a hole in the wall. Get back here! I followed him through and found myself super tiny in a strange maze on the other side. What happened to me? What kind of rat den is this? Suddenly, I spotted the rat scurry by and I continued my chase. We ran through the halls of the maze and he tried to throw me off of his tail. Luckily, I managed to catch up to him and take him down. I got the egg! Now where's the exit again? Suddenly, a giant rat emerged.
Yum! My dinner has arrived!
Ah! I knew I was no match for the king rat. I ran around the maze, trying my best to avoid him at all costs. Just then, I spotted something on the ground in the distance. Is that my ticket out of here? I grabbed the item and realized it was a rat trap. Looks like the tables have turned.
Ah! My only weakness!
I turned around and chased the Rat King back. He ran and ran, but I was gaining on him. I managed to catch up and use the rat trap to take him out in a single blow. Upon his death, he dropped a letter. The lava snake is causing a ruckus. Report to the desert and secure the Great Volcano. Looks like I'm heading to the desert next. I escaped the rat den and reunited Laura with her egg.
Thank you so much, Max.
Of course! Next stop, the desert volcano. On days 58 through 60, I arrived in a desert biome and spotted a village with strange pillars built around it. What's that all about? I slithered in closer and realized that the water phoenix had taken over the town. They were holding lava animals captive and speaking to their men.
If you spot the lava snake known as Max, kill him on sight. He will not reach this next volcano.
Yikes. I better stay quiet, otherwise I might get caught. Just then, a lava rat tried to escape. Unfortunately, the water phoenix spotted them and killed them in a single hit. You monster! Oh shoot! Since I opened my mouth, the water phoenix spotted me.
Well, well, well. Looks like he came right to us. After him!
Bring it on! I took out my lava scythe and ran down the mountain to engage the Water Phoenix. I slashed down their soldiers with my powerful lava abilities and scorched them with my lava power. Unfortunately, they had me in numbers. The Water Phoenix's men held me down as a group, while the Water Phoenix himself dropped powerful water magic down onto me from the sky above. There were too many for me to take on alone. I was getting overwhelmed. Despite how far I had come, the Water Phoenix was still too powerful. I was forced to run away.
Stand down, men. This one is mine.
On days 61 through 63, I was being pursued by the Water Phoenix. As I ran, I managed to spot a desert pyramid and ducked inside to hide. I waited for a bit and eventually I managed to lose the Water Phoenix. That guy is no joke. I have to find the rest of the volcanoes if I want to stand a chance. I looked around and realized I was in the middle of a treasure room. Don't mind if I do. I opened the chest to find a map that led straight to the desert's great volcano. This is perfect! Suddenly, my body grew heavy. I was much slower than before. Wait, am I cursed? Mummies appeared out of nowhere and began to attack me. I tried to blast my way through the undead army, but there were too many. I had no choice but to flee the pyramid. Despite the slowness, I managed to find another cave to hide in. How do I lift the curse? I looked around the cave and spotted text on the wall. If you wish to lift the curse, find the great volcano. Then there's no time to waste. On days 64 through 66, I followed the map and arrived at the next great volcano. At the base of the volcano, there were tons of lava rats trapped inside cages. Even though I'm cursed, I have to help them. I slithered around the area, doing my best not to be seen by the water guard patrolling. Once he was gone, I talked to one of the captives.
What are you doing? Go to the volcano!
I'm breaking you guys out first. I took out my tools and began to mine down the bars of their cages. I managed to free every last mob until suddenly the water guard spotted me.
Stop there, intruder!
The guard lunged at me and I began to fight back with everything I had. The Guardian was large and wielded a powerful trident. He threw the weapon at me repeatedly, dealing massive damage each hit he made. I fought back with my lava scythe, but it was hard to get close with his incredible range. Because of this, I tried to dodge his attacks and retaliated with my lava power. Despite my efforts, the curse placed on me made the battle too hard. What am I gonna do? Suddenly, the captives I rescued jumped into the fray.
Hurry, get to the lava!
Thanks, guys! While the guard was busy, I scaled up the side of the desert volcano and took the plunge into the lava below. The power of the great volcano filled me and I underwent my next transformation. I felt the power of the lava and grew a 5th head. I gained 5 hearts and the curse was lifted. I feel incredible! Thanks to the power of the volcano, I jumped back down to the base and rejoined the fight. In my new form, I now had the ability to breathe fire. I shot my powerful flames at the guard and melted through his tough scales while the lava rats continued to chew at his feet. My fire breath even empowered my little lava friends, making them deal more damage to the guard. He tried to fight back, but he was no match for us. It wasn't long before the guard went down once and for all.
Thank you for saving us!
Of course! It's not safe here though. Come with me, quick! On days 67 through 70, I returned to the base with the lava rats and got to work on the next expansion. I added a room for the rats to call their own, complete with plenty of cheese and tunnels that they can navigate the base through. What do you think?
It's amazing! Thank you!
I looked around my base and noticed how lively it was with all the different creatures I had met on my journey. I've touched a lot of lives. Suddenly, Laura slithered up to me.
Max, I have something really special to show you.
Ooh, what is it?
It's a surprise. Come with me.
Laura took me to her room where I discovered her eggs had hatched into baby lava snakes.
Mama, we love you!
Oh my gosh, they're so adorable! I watched Laura play with her children, but I suddenly felt really sad. I miss my parents. I decided it was about time I paid my family proper tribute. I built them a memorial so they could watch over the new home I had started. Once I was finished, I reflected by myself at the memorial. I have one more volcano to reach, but I'm so lost. Just then, my parents manifested in front of me. Mom? Dad? Am I dreaming?
It's so good to see you, son. We wanted to see you one more time.
You've grown so much. We're so proud of you.
I've been trying my hardest, but my struggles are far from over. I'm still not strong enough to defeat the Water Phoenix.
You just need to find the final volcano. Then everything will become clear.
How am I supposed to do that? I don't have any leads.
Your Uncle Snack was a powerful lava snake warrior. Seek him out and he will be able to help you on your quest.
Uncle Snack? Huh? Sounds like a plan. Thank you. I just miss you two so much.
We miss you too, but remember, we're always watching you.
Take care, my boy.
My parents vanished, but thanks to them, I knew what my next mission was. Time to meet my uncle. On days 71 through 74, I began to travel in search of my uncle. As I continued moving, I began to feel like someone was watching me. Hello? There was no response, so I continued walking. Suddenly, a disgruntled old snake popped out of nowhere.
Get out of here, intruder! I'll shoot out your eyes.
Ah! Hold your fire! I'm not a bad guy!
Wait a sec, Max? Why, it's me, your old Uncle Snack.
Really? Why aren't you fiery like other lava mobs?
I'm all burnt out. I'm just coals now.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I followed my uncle back to his home, where I took the opportunity to fill him in on everything and how I needed his help.
The final volcano you seek is in the end past the Ender Dragon. They're a tough foe, but I can train you.
Let's do it! We started our training by having me jump from platform to platform over a body of water. I slipped in a few times, but managed to get past the obstacle course. Ah! The water burns! Next, we did target practice with my lava power. I shot flames at the targets and improved my accuracy. Check this one out, Uncle! I honed in all of my strength and shot out my fire breath. Unfortunately, I accidentally caught a nearby tree on fire. Oops! Finally, Uncle Snack had me eat a variety of spicy food, so I was able to hone in the power of my fiery lava powers. Ah! Hot, hot, hot!
Keep munching, boy. I'm not getting any younger.
Are you sure spicy food will make me stronger?
You calling me a liar?
No, sir! Thank you, sir! As the sun set over my uncle's cabin, our training was nearly complete.
You did well, Max. You have the same tenacity as your mom when she was young.
Thanks, Uncle. Am I ready to face the Ender Dragon?
Almost, but you have one more test. You must defeat me in combat.
On days 75 through 78, Uncle Snack told me my final test. I can't fight you! You're an old man!
Who you calling old?
Suddenly, Uncle Snack's form changed. He grew in size, going from a skinny old snake to a powerful serpent. He used his new power to hit me with a strong blow. Ugh! Okay, Uncle, you're on! Uncle Snack chomped on me with his powerful jaws. He may have been burnt to coal, but he was still just as powerful as I was. I retaliated with my molten scythe, slashing at him whenever he got too close. Despite my efforts, he was still too overwhelming. I switched to my lava power and tried to hit him from afar. Luckily, in his old state, he wasn't as fire resistant as before. He burnt from my attacks and gradually began to drop in health. After a tense duel, I managed to defeat Uncle Snack and pass my training. As a result, I gained 5 hearts.
You did well. Take these Eyes of Ender and use it to find an end portal. Make me and your mom proud.
This is perfect! Thank you for everything, Uncle. With that, I set off towards the final volcano, using my map to seek out a stronghold. After a lot of traveling, I managed to invade a stronghold, but to my surprise, it was already overrun with water wolves. Oh no! The water phoenix is trying to stop me! The passages were too narrow to hide it, so I began to fight my way through. I blasted through water wolf after water wolf, but I had grown a lot since the beginning of my journey. Despite their efforts to slow me down, I managed to take out the pack and make it into the portal room. I braced myself and entered the portal. On days 79 through 81, I arrived at the end where the Ender Dragon was already flying around its pillars.
To think that the lava snake Max would waltz into my realm. I won't let you pass.
Wait, you know me?
Of course I do. You're the #1 enemy of the Water Phoenix.
Is that the title they gave me? What an honor!
Enjoy it while it lasts, worm. I'll crush you, and when I do, the Water Phoenix will make me their right-hand man.
Sorry, buddy, you're going down. And when you do, that volcano is as good as mine. The two of us charged, and the battle between Lava Snake and Dragon began. I started by focusing on the pillars the Ender Dragon would fly around. As long as the pillars stayed up, the horrible foe was able to regain their health. I used my climbing powers to take out each pillar one by one. As I did so, the Ender Dragon would swoop down and try to hit me. They were strong, so I had to be sure to evade their powerful attacks.
You can do better than that!
Watch your mouth, dragon! I managed to take down every last pillar and began my onslaught of ranged lava attacks on the Ender Dragon. Each one burned through the dragon's powerful armor and brought me closer to victory. They tried to evade my lava attacks in the sky, but I was too strong. The Ender Dragon finally went down, one step closer to the final volcano. Suddenly, I felt the ground tremble. I turned around and spotted a horde of water goons heading straight towards me. Looks like the dragon had backup. I tried to fight them off, but more and more continued to come. At this rate, I was getting overwhelmed. With my back against the wall, I jumped through the portal. On days 82 through 86, I emerged on the other side of the portal and found a hiding spot. After waiting a while, I managed to lose the water goons. They know I'm here. I have to be quick. I began to traverse the end in search of the volcano. During my travels, I found an end city that had been flooded. All of the Enderman residents were taking damage. This is horrible. I have to help. I ran to a nearby Enderman to get some more information. What happened here?
The Water Phoenix's forces have invaded and begun to flood our home. We can't survive in these conditions.
Team up with me. I'm trying to take out the Water Phoenix.
Really? Consider us an ally.
Just then, the water goons from earlier managed to catch up to me. I had no choice but to fight them off. As they tried to swarm around me, I ran away from the Enderman to keep him from danger. I pulled out my molten scythe and began slashing at the enemies. Setting them ablaze, their numbers began to dwindle one by one. They managed to get a few hits on me, but I was able to avoid taking a lot of damage. After a bit of fighting, I managed to finish off the last of the goons. Upon their death, they dropped a map to the Water Phoenix's lair in the overworld. This'll definitely be useful later. I followed my new Enderman ally and arrived at the end volcano. Just need to reach the top and we can end this.
Not so fast.
Out of nowhere, the Water Phoenix swooped overhead.
You will not reach that volcano, foolish lava snake.
The Water Phoenix swooped down and attacked me. He began firing his bubble-like projectiles and I did my best to avoid getting hit by them. Due to my large body, I became an easier target for him. He started doing more and more damage to me and my fiery attacks didn't seem to faze him. Anything I did had absolutely no effect. I did my best, but without the final volcano, I didn't stand a chance. Just then, my Enderman friend teleported in front of me.
Don't worry, we got this. Head to the peak of the volcano.
Be careful! The Enderman began to fight off the Phoenix to buy me enough time to scale up the volcano. Thanks to them, I reached the top and jumped into the lava below. Once I hit the lava, I felt more power than I ever had before. The power of the great volcano surged through me. I jumped back up to the ridge of the volcano and sprouted another head to have a grand total of 6, and even gained 5 more hearts. Now it's time for the Phoenix to pay. The Enderman was tired, so I stepped in and took over the fight against the Water Phoenix. With my new strength, I could tell I was beginning to deal massive amounts of damage to his health. He managed to get in a couple of hits on me, but I felt tankier than before and was able to take more blows than before. I began launching my fiery projectiles at him with a stronger, more intense heat. When I got closer, I used my molten scythe to deal large heaps of damage. I managed to kill the Water Phoenix, but instead of dying, they reincarnated stronger than before. What?
Did you really think you could kill me? I'm a phoenix. We have the power to respawn ourselves after death.
Using their new strength, the Water Phoenix wiped out my Enderman friend in a single blow. No!
Hear me now, Max. I will hunt you down and all of your friends. Enjoy the short time you have left.
The Phoenix vanished, leaving me with the horrible realization. If the Water Phoenix is immortal, how can I defeat him? On days 92 through 95, I returned home feeling defeated when Luke walked up to me.
You got the final volcano. What's wrong?
It doesn't matter what I do. The Water Phoenix is able to reincarnate itself. How am I supposed to win?
There has to be a way. You've met so many people on your journey. Why not ask all your friends?
That's not a bad idea. I ran around the base, asking each of my residents for help.
Take this bamboo from a sacred forest. It possesses magical abilities.
Take our golden carrot. It could help overpower what's evil.
Take this salmon from the lava rivers of the Nether to remind you of home.
Take this cacti to take back what was lost.
Once I was done, I returned to Luke and showed him the items I was given.
I have an idea, but I need some time.
You got it. Luke left to work on his idea, so in the meantime, I decided to do the finishing touches on the base. I added new rooms to ensure that there were ample space for the new residents that would arrive in the future. The base was really starting to resemble the way of the lava snakes. Once I was done, Luke ran over to me.
It's done. This splash potion will remove the Water Phoenix's immortality.
Then there's no time to waste. On days 96 through 99, I followed my map to arrive at the Water Phoenix's fortress. Unfortunately, it was completely surrounded by water. I used my materials on hand to build a bridge across. Prepare yourself, Phoenix! I crossed over the bridge, and when I reached the other side, a giant guard came out from behind the entrance.
Who dares disturb the Water Phoenix?
I do! Let me through!
Why would I listen to a little noodle like you?
Call me Noodle again and find out what happens.
Noodle!
Oh, it's on! He immediately charged into battle, but I dealt the first blow, knocking him back hard. In a fit of rage, he began summoning his underlings that began attacking me while he regained his footing. I cut down his minions one after another and lit the rest on fire, dealing huge amounts of damage at a time. The guard began launching blue fireballs at me, but I managed to avoid getting hit. With my new power, this fight was a breeze. I had to be careful not to get knocked into the water around us, otherwise I was done for. After a long battle, I managed to take down the only thing standing between me and my final foe. Come out and face me, Water Phoenix! On day 100, the Water Phoenix touched down in front of me.
I see you finally arrived at my nest.
Your tyranny over lava animals is over. Leave all of these innocent mobs alone or face my wrath.
How cute. Don't you remember, little one? I'm immortal. How do you expect to defeat me?
With my immortality potion.
No, it can't be. That potion is a myth. You're lying.
Let's find out. I tossed the splash potion at the oversized bird and they began to freak out. They were no longer immortal.
Ah! No! My power! You will pay!
He dove into attack, but I had my scythe at the ready. I immediately started slashing, lighting him on fire. Unfortunately, water was his strong suit, so it hardly had any effect on him. He lifted higher into the sky, making it hard to reach him. Taking advantage of the distance, he began launching his projectiles at me, but I was easily able to maneuver around them. He swooped in for a close-range attack and knocked me back. I mustered up all of my strength and put everything into my last attack. With one final blow, the Water Phoenix was slain once and for all. I did it!